Welcome to JG Cards. In this video we're going to talk about CGC. Look, CGC turnaround updates, turnaround times. So bulk for CGC was supposed to be taking 60 days, I think it was estimated, or 45 to 60 days. Turnaround times have doubled. Turnaround times now are 111 days for bulk, and then express has also doubled. Right now, the reason why I think this has happened, I think obviously a lot of people are starting to use CGC as they give a more accurate grade over PSA. Where there's another video that I'll get into about someone in the community is basically saying, oh, you should get all CGC 9.5s, crack them, and then send them to PSA. And it's like, no. Right, the reason why it's a 9.5 is it's a 9.5. That's the scenario is you shouldn't be cracking them and sending them to other companies. You know, that's just because you want to basically overinflate the price and then you want to sell it as a 10 and then you want to make loads of money on extra on top. You know, where a 9.5 is more like an accurate grade. Does it even tell you why it was a 9.5 on this? So this one tells you 9.5, 9.5, edges were a 9, surface was a 9. You know, so I mean, there's people in the community, that are just saying like, oh, we should keep doing this and cracking them and sending them for 10s. And to be fair, you're just adding to the problem. People saying that are adding to the problem, but the reason why I think the turnaround time has gone up, PSA put the prices up, we know that, so now CGC is the cheaper option, so people are now going to use CGC, which they're going to then gain more market share, but then again, they're going to obviously to double the capacity because people are sending in cards. But then again, it's if you watch their stories, it's more modern stuff that's going in. It's not really vintage cards. It's more the modern era again. You know, the shining fates, the hidden fates, the newest vivid voltage. And it seems to be these new cards because people are basically trying to grade them and then flip them for more money. Is that's basically what they're doing. But the reason why, if you're averagely graded every single month, and you're adding to the backlog, if they can't get there through their backlog, they're going to experience the same problem PSA is doing. Obviously, it's like a demand issue because everyone's promoting grading cards. Like, my channel is not very big, so it's like if I say I'm grading this or I'm grading that, I know people that may be watching my channel, maybe not doing as grading the amount of cards that I do, Like, if I grade 100 items, maybe people aren't doing 100 items, maybe doing 10, 20. I know there's some, like, big people that do a few big submissions, but, it's like when everyone's trying to grade cards and everyone's trying to make money off Pokemon, or, this is why, like, for example, I buy Magic cards now because I know that people don't grade this stuff, and it's, everyone's on this Pokemon train, and it's getting ridiculous, to be fair, seeing every new card being graded. I mean, this is a good card to get graded because it's Arita's artwork, and I know there's a lot of fans of Arita, so people will grade that stuff. But, obviously these have had an impact turnaround time. So, regarding to that, like, it's a demand problem, right? So, obviously, CGC might be able to handle it quicker than PSA, we just don't know. Like, PSA is taking... I'm going to personally think I'm going to take a break from grading as well. I think I'm just basically going to, buy some more cards or raws that I like and just buy them for the time being and just save them because turnaround times are just getting ridiculous. And I just think if everyone just keeps submitting non-stop, it's just going to keep adding to the problem. So I'd advise, if you're going to get submissions in, get them in before, I know people like... a guy I speak to on Instagram, he wants to grade some cards, and if you don't get your cards in now, you're just going to keep adding to the problem. Other people are just going to keep bashing loads in, and it's just, the companies can't handle it. They just can't handle it because, casing a card, like looking at a card for a minute, when someone's sending you a couple thousand, like, it's just, everyone seems to be getting backlogged. It's, it's over demand issue, but people are sending in the newest products, like, just... if you're going to keep sending in to his product, just don't send. Just get personal cards that you're going to keep for personal collection. Don't just keep sending in things because you want to sell stuff. If you keep sending in things because you want to sell stuff, you're just going to get the same problem with PSA. PSA's got this massive backlog, which is incredible. Yeah, incredible backlog. CGC's now experiencing a bit of a backlog. So now, if you keep adding on top to the backlog, you're just going to keep growing. And they're going to force to raise the prices. Really and truly, I think bulk should be double price. Really, it should be. It should be more priced to basically stop all the cards going in. And I know that's a bit like contradictive of what I said, and I know that's bad what I said. You know, when they put the prices up, I was like, oh, that's a bit of a joke. You know, like PSA putting the price up was a bit of a joke. But I think the prices need to be at a certain height until they stop sending in the modern cards. You know, stop sending in the newest set like Vivid Voltage and you know. But I don't know if it's just Pokemon. This obviously these CGC right now are only doing Pokemon and Magic. You know, they're not doing Yu-Gi-Oh! And they're not doing other areas. They're not doing Dragon Ball Z either. So, you know, and they're getting a double, like, turnaround times are doubled from this. So, you know, it's just Pokemon and Magic. And I know a lot of people don't send in Magic because this is an alpha card here. I think this is an alpha, right? Yeah, this is an alpha card. So, I know a lot of people are not sending in Magic cards. Like, Magic is not something that usually gets graded a lot because it's usually Beckett that handle most of the, you know, the vintage graded stuff like that alpha. There's not many of them out there. Like, to be honest, I know it's Pokemon. It's just Pokemon that they're blasting in. So yeah, like I say, if you want to grade cards, send your submission in, get your stuff graded that you want to send in. But you know, I think personally, I'm going to take a break from grading just because it's just getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. There's just too much. Like they can't handle the demand yet. The demand for grading new cards. Like everyone wants these new cards graded, but really, you don't really need these new cards graded. Really, you can sit there and just keep them in your collection or keep them in a binder. Just sleeve them up, put them in a binder. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, like, if you really want it, really want it graded on display, you know, I've got a couple cards that I obviously keep on, like, stands on display, you know. I've got a couple cards I keep on display, yeah, like, bam, bam, you know what I mean? But if you want to grade your cards, yeah, just, you know, it's getting too ridiculous, you know, where everyone's wanting to constantly grade things and the companies are just getting out of hand. Like, the demand is just ridiculous, you know, and I wouldn't be surprised if even that get graded in the UK, I wouldn't even be surprised if they start getting busy as well because, you know, it's just everything, every company is just, like, maxed out right now. Like, they're just maxed out. Like, they just can't keep up because everyone's in it for the money game. This is the thing, like, I mean, it's not a bad thing that people are grading to make money. Like, you know, that's not a bad thing. That's because money's being transacted all the time. But then again, it's getting ridiculous. But thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.